to finish up this page, real quick, understanding this vocabulary, let's place in these sentences. So the sentence says a fraction is in blank in the numerator and denominator have, a fraction is in blank if the numerator and denominator have only one as a common denominator. So if the numerator, let's say 1/2, this is the numerator. This one up top, and then this one up bottom is the denominator. All right? Oh, forgot my R. So what they're saying is if the numerator and the denominator, so these two numbers, if they only have one as a common factor, what does that mean? That means it's in its simplest form. Because, and I'll explain a little more. Let me write that. Simplest form. So we used 1/2. Let's take another one of these fractions here. So 3/6. 3/6, they have more factors than just the number 1. What you can do with 3 is you can divide 3 by 3, and you can divide 6 by 3. 3 divided by 3 is equal to 1. And 6 divided by 3 is equal to 2. So 3/6 is not a simplest form. But our 1/2 is that simplest form. So up here, when we had two equal fractions, like 3/6 and 4/8, these are indeed fractions. And they do indeed equal 1/2, but they're not in its simplest form. That's what that means. A number close to an exact amount is an blank. Let's think. A number close to an exact amount. I would say round. Because you have to get close to that exact amount to round it. I know that may be a little tricky, maybe sound like you should use estimate, but to me, an estimate is kind of an educated guess. It's not really guaranteed to be close to that exact amount. So for me, I would say is a round. Like when we're rounding numbers. For instance, if we would round the number 27, gonna round this place, look to the right, and now that rounded up would be 30. It's close to this exact number, but it's not the exact one. If we were making a guess, that would be another deal. Okay, moving on. Number 3 says blank is a way to write a number by showing the value of each digit. Blank is a way to write a number by showing the value of each digit. So the key here is a way to write a number. There's only 3 ways to write a number. One that we're talking about here. You have expanded form, standard form, and I don't even think they wrote word form on here. So the only 2 forms, because we know simplest form, that's when we're talking about our fractions. So we have expanded form on here, which is a way to write a number, and then we have standard form. So standard form, let's see, It says a way to write a number by showing the value of each digit. So that's when you break apart a number. So if we're talking about these two numbers here as the same, if we were going to represent 27 and represent each digit, the 2 represents 20, and then the 7 represents 7 ones. So that is what we would call expanded form. Number 4 says a blank is a known size or amount that helps you understand a different size or amount. Let's read that one more time. A blank is a known size or amount that helps you understand a different size or amount. Let's go down our list. We have benchmark. Let's talk about that. We have decimal point. I don't think so. We have estimate. I also don't think so. Hundredths. That is a place value. Hundredth is a place value. Mixed number. We use that here. That's mixed number. And that doesn't really describe what we're saying here. Period. I don't see a period. I wouldn't say that. Round, we used here. Simplest form, we know is fraction. Standard form, that's another way to write a number. But it's not a known size or amount that helps you find a different one. Tenth is also a place value, and unit fraction we also use as here. So benchmark, I would have to go with benchmark. So sometimes you may not know specifically if they mean that, because benchmark could have different meanings depending on how you're talking about it. But yes, a benchmark is it's kind of a setting place that you use to understand, different things. So we'll talk a little bit more about that in depth in another video. A blank is one of 10 equal parts. A blank is one of 10 equal parts. 10. So if it's one of 10, it is a tenth. That's how you. One of 10 equal parts is 1/10. It's a tenth. A blank is one of 100 equal parts. Hundreds. And we know this because I'm not going to draw out the hundreds, but if we were to draw out this 10, split it in half, then I need 5 on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if we 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then we got 1 here. So that's 1/10. The same goes for 100. Again, if we were to label this, this would be 0 on this end, and this is 1.